State Farm is there, unless you live in California where they cancel your insurance. 72,000 policies, 30,000 homeowners canceled as of July 3rd. Just in time for the California wildfires, one of the worst in California history.
Janae Eiko crib just got burnt down during that whole LA fire shit. For people that don't stay in LA, including me, I feel like we don't know how serious this is for their ass.
It really just comes in waves, but I just want to go home. I just want to see all my stuff and sit on my couch.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, welcome back to the channel.
So right now, as you know, if you've seen the news or haven't seen it, especially if this is in the future,
It's all over the internet.
but yeah, but you've seen this video way far in the future, you know. But like right now, the LA fires are going on. I did not know it was hitting Hollywood. It's in Hollywood Hills right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
This is a big fire.
this is a worse that I've actually seen it. But you know, prayers to all the people who are being affected by this right now. It's hitting everyone. Beverly Hills, I thought they were safe for once. Nope. But
No one's safe. And then there's people out there that have lost everything.
yep.
And that's really hard to go through. And what really sucks about this whole situation, it's an already sad situation, but then insurance companies out here, greedy insurance companies, are dropping people's policies that live in that area before the fire even started because it's too much of a risk for them. But that's what an insurance company is supposed to do.
This was like when those certain companies pulled out right before the last hurricane hit, and then people's houses were flooded, mountains were flooded, all that mountains were flooded, and they knew it was going to happen. People saying, oh, they didn't know, they knew it was going to happen because climate change is real. They know it.
We saw it with Hurricane Milton in Florida and the South. It's just going to keep happening. Like, these insurance companies do not want to pay out. And celebrities have lost their homes. And then you have people developing conspiracy theories about the whole situation. And the people that hate those conspiracy theories. But it's really valuable to learn about these perspectives of the people that have lost their insurance. And they're obviously going through a fire.
It was just crazy. Like, oh, hey, we know this is a really fire-prone area. Let me take your fire insurance away. What?
Like, it makes no sense. It's just greed. Corporate greed.
It is, because I bet you they're paying out all those premiums, and then the last second, like, oh, hey, since we know that it's fire season, we're going to pull out. See you later.
They're going to continue to do it. Like, give me my money back at that point, because you have been making them rich throughout all the years that you have had this insurance, and they're going to be like, oh, it's too much of a risk. But what they're supposed to do is pay out when you've lost everything. It's there for peace of mind. Insurance. Hello.
Yeah, because isn't like one of the biggest things for insurance act of God?
Yeah.
Isn't a wildfire technically an act of God, no matter how the fire started?
Yep. And that's why people think that if you don't have insurance, then you're dumb. You're risking everything. But like,
Even if you have insurance, you're dumb risking everything. That's going to pull out last
Exactly.
second. It's crazy. But we should probably get into it. Yeah.
this is
sucks.
ridiculous, though.
It's horrible. And I have one queued up. Boy.
Really just comes in waves, but I just want to go home. I just want to see all my stuff and sit on my couch. Just really want to go home. I'm like so homesick. Really just comes in waves, but I just want to go home.
Sorry. It was once again in the post for some reason. I like how every single time a rich person has, like, a person who is of higher stature always has something going on. Someone's all like, "Shut up, idiot! You're rich." No one cares. Pathetic. Like
what the heck? They can be rich and all, but they're still losing everything.
Yeah.
And you never know, like, someone's financial situation, like, breakdown.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, once again, like, it may be like Hollywood Hills, Beverly Hills burn up right now, but that, at the end of the day, it still matters because people are still lost their lives. I remember yesterday, 5 people died, you know? It's not like they're like the major villains. They're not, unless it's like, I don't know, Harvey Weinstein.
Exactly. And she has a son. She has kids. Like, they should not be going through this.
Yeah. They'll be fine at the end of the day. But it's the peace of mind that's been ruined, you know?
Yeah.
They probably had the whole thing planned out, and now that's all gone. All the years planning wasted.
That's what insurance was supposed to be for. If we lose everything, our insurance will cover it. Well, obviously not.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Does it every time.
Janae Eiko crib just got burnt down during that whole LA fire shit. For people that don't stay in LA, including me, I feel like we don't know how serious this is for their ass. I was just watching a video and this dude was just talking about how the whole fire is traveling at 5 football fields per hour. I just seen the Paris Hilton bitch shit got burnt down. One of the Kardashians' cribs that they own got burnt down too. I just really be wanting to know, how did this shit even start? Like, not even trying to be dumb. How the fuck do these wildfires even be starting? And then in Janae Eiko post, she was just saying her whole house is gone. Memories, everything she had, the shit's gone. Like, everything is burned down, gone. And then just imagine all the motherfuckers that's not at a position to get everything how they can right back to how it was. This shit not finna be easy. And it seemed like they ass always go through some shit like this. I was just watching another video of this dude. He was 96 years old and his crib got burned down. And he said he don't even know what he about to do now. That's all he had left. He don't got no family, none of that shit, nothing. Everything just gone.
And that's the thing I'm talking about right there. It's like, yeah, they're celebrities, they have money, but they have memories in those houses.
Yeah.
You know how crazy it would be for me to start off from the bottom, grind, get popular, get famous, and then buy a rich house. It's like, I finally made it. Nope. Not anymore.
A lot of people put like everything they have into a house. So it's a good possibility that some of these celebrities, it's not like in the main light today right now, they could actually be losing everything.
Yeah.
Even the main ones, they could actually be losing everything. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you this now. Not all celebrities are actually rich. It's actually like most alive, especially musical celebrities. So, I know this one's she's a musical celebrity. She might not have no money.
Exactly.
You're basically always working off a deficit with the music industry.
And they still have mortgages. Like, most of them still have mortgages. And then they put their money elsewhere into like investments.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people that don't have insurance, they like, if they actually willingly don't have insurance, they assess the risk and they will save up their money to fix whatever is broken that they would have had insurance for. But like, for a house, I don't think you can really save up as easily as like a car.
No, you can't.
Like, yeah.
Because even if you save for a car, you're still going in debt, especially if you save up enough.
Yeah.
But so that's for a house that's going way out of reach.
Yeah.
Can't
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
And it's still wrong, because even if they're rich and they lose everything, they have to come out of pocket and buy another house. And even if you have a lot of money, I always argue there's still always a better way to spend money rather than wasting it. So
yeah,
it's wrong.
It sucks.
My house burned down, but this is not about that, okay? If you want to hear about how my house burned down, go watch my other videos. This is about rebuilding a house after it's burned down, okay? I have a lot of questions, okay? So if you're an insurance adjuster, a house contractor, or somebody who knows a lot about insurance claims, I need you to talk to me, okay? Because I just don't understand. Currently, nothing has happened to the house because we were fighting with insurance about who was going to pay for the foundation. We lost. We're going to end up paying for most of the foundation. They're only paying for the part of it that was like really, really bad. Okay? Anyway, we settled this and they determined the amount that the house was worth. Okay? And then they wrote us a check for the 2/3 of the amount that the house was worth, and they gave it to us and our mortgager. Okay? That amount is more than what we owe on the mortgage, okay? Anyway, our mortgage takes that money, puts it in escrow, okay? So it's in escrow, and they were like, we need to know what you're gonna do to the house. And we were like, well, we don't know yet, but here are all the things that need to be done in the house, the things that the insurance company says are worth in the house, okay? And they're like, cool, that is plenty. So you promise that you're gonna rebuild the house at the very least what was there. And we're like, yeah, we're gonna do that. Cool. Then they issued us a check for less than half of less than 2/3 of what the house was worth for construction. And then they'll pay us the rest after inspections. How do I build a house with less than half of less than 2/3 of what the house is worth? I'm very confused. Will the contractor take that as like a down payment? What am I supposed to do with this money? I thought that you were just going to invoice the mortgager and then the mortgager was going to pay the contractor and I like wasn't going to have to do anything. I don't understand. Can somebody explain this process to me?
People who need it to be written down. Let's say the house is valued at $900 by the insurance company, okay? The insurance issued us $600, so about 2/3 of what the house is worth, and then they'll issue the rest after the house is done, okay? Well, our mortgage on the house was only about $500, okay? But this insurance check, this $600 check, was issued to us and the mortgager. So the mortgage took this check for more than our mortgage is worth, and they put it in escrow. And then they said, "You swear you're going to do what we say you're going to do?" And we were like, "Yeah." And they issued a check for $325 to start construction. And then they'll issue the rest of this check after completion of construction. So the question is, how do I build a $900 house with $325? How does this work?
What the heck?
This sucks. So this is, as you can tell, it's an unrelated video. It's from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, so this is probably, and also since the insurance companies pulled out, they're not going to get this. They're not going to get 1/8 of the money they need.
Yeah. This is how insurance companies do even before the fires in LA. This is what they do. They're constantly pulling out, constantly trying to get rich off of you.
Because let's think about it. Because LA has a lot of issues. You know, LA has a high crime rate in certain areas. They have earthquakes a lot. There's an earthquake every at this point month.
Yeah.
In LA, the fires happen there's a fire legit last year.
Yeah.
Because this is so dry. They're going through a drought recently. So that's why it's always still so dry. I think it's so dry they don't have water in the fire hydrants.
What the heck? That's not safe.
A certain amount of fire hydrants don't have water in them.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I heard, at least.
Yeah, that's why the companies are dropping them left and right.
You can't even save your house in LA, for real.
But as you can see here, even without an actual natural disaster, her house burned down from something else, I guess. They don't care even then. It can be something normal like that just happens, and they're going to do everything they can to screw you over.
Also, here's the thing. Never let the insurance inspectors or adjusters or whatever do it. Get your own. Always get third party, because they're not here for you. They're here to make sure the insurance company gets less money. Spend less money on you.
Yeah. That's what they love doing.
Yep.
I had to come on here and run my mouth about California and these wildfires real quick. First of all, this is a horrific and traumatizing, tragic, unimaginable tragedy that no one should have to be even going through or even thinking about going through right now. With that said, if you have any opportunity to get out of California now, you absolutely should. The LAPD is driving around in Lamborghinis, but the fire department is being defunded by $17.5 million when fire insurance companies are literally canceling coverage for residents right before these fires begin. Call me a fucking crazy conspiracy theorist all you want to, but who's setting these fires and why? Why is Peacock having a wildfires channel on my fucking streaming app right now?
It's news.
What kind of fucking dystopian shit is California and this entire world on right now? Especially this country. Please let me know.
Well, what's the conspiracy theory? See, this kept saying, call me a conspiracy theorist. What's this conspiracy theory? Police are always going to have more money than the fire department, because the government will never put money into things that actually help people. The ones that control them, they'll do that most definitely.
For real. And Peacock, all the streaming services, they're going to profit off of news regardless.
Exactly, it's news.
So that's why they got a channel on there.
Yeah. Why do cops have Lamborghinis? PR. Why was that CEO shooter walk down like he was the Joker? PR. Doy. The door. But like, it's legit. Once again, it's just the government not being smart, insurance companies taking money and dropping out in the wind. Also, fires start from anything. You can leave a glass of water out, like, and go through it, and it can start a fire.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people probably smoking cigarettes or drugs in LA, start a fire that way. Like, didn't one of the LA fires, or was it like a Midwest fire, start because some dude was doing a goofy like gender reveal with like explosives?
No.
And he started a wildfire that killed a couple people. That's
crazy. Y'all and your crazy gender reveals be starting wildfires. Like, what the heck?
A lot of gun people don't think this is a good idea, but ban tannerite. I think it's called tannerite. It's like a material you can shoot and explodes.
What the heck?
They don't like that. I mean, they don't want to ban that mess because, like, Second Amendment, like, no, get rid of that mess. You guys don't need it, obviously.
I don't think we should keep doing the crazy gender reveals, though. That's like, it's putting people at risk. Like, a plane went down one time or something.
It did.
That's ridiculous. We don't need all of this.
Here's the funniest thing, too. Most wildfires really start from human interaction. Like, you leave a campfire unattended. Boom, wildfire. You put it out, then put out enough wildfire. That's why we have Smokey the Bear.
And I just want to mention that after that whole CEO shooting thing, and then one of the insurance companies decided to drop users or whatever, and then they quickly switched it back because they got scared. Why are these insurance companies not also scared?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Because they're not. I don't want to say this because it sounds bad. They're not. They don't see us as people, so they're not scared enough. Because the reason they stopped that is because they saw one of their dudes who they probably had a connection to. Because they're probably networking before. Probably know who he was. Yeah. Got hit by someone who was upset by what they have done to them.
What the heck? And
so they don't really see it as like, oh, stuff can happen to us. They're like, we're untouchable. We can do anything we want to. And legit, the same day that guy got hit and lost his life, is the same day they like, oh, we're going to walk that back. You can have anesthesia. They're going to take you off anesthesia mid-surgery.
Ain't no way.
That's what they wanted to do.
These companies, they don't care. What the heck? That has to be illegal. Ain't no way.
Nope, not for them.
Crazy.
This might be a hot take, but your insurance company should not be able to drop you in the middle of a natural disaster.
Nope.
And that's just my opinion on that. You done paid your premiums up, and some of y'all, your rates have gone up. You paid that, no problem. The moment a natural disaster happens, the moment your house gets flooded out, the moment that your house catches on fire, to no fault of your own, all of a sudden they can drop you. That's insane. That should be an immediate lawsuit. And the crazy part about it is, these situations are what create homelessness, displacement, things like that. They have nowhere to go, right? You don't have the funds to get your house fixed. That's why you have homeowners insurance. That's why some people have renters insurance, right? So they can get the house rebuilt, things of that nature. And watching like State Farm do this is insane. I think that's absolutely insane, and I think that should be a lawsuit. That's just me. They're able to take your money, but they can't help you. That's insane.
And this right here is why I'm glad we switched to USAA, because turns out my granddad was a Vietnam veteran, so we can get that. Did not know that, really, for real. But
none of them are good though. They're all really trash.
They're all really bad. But I'm so glad I'm not giving State Farm none of my dollars. they did this mess right before a fire happened, bro. I'm not getting not one cent.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They're supposed to be there. Whatever one that says you're in good hands, obviously you're not.
The next ad should be like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The guy pops up. Oh, that house fire. See you later, and walks off. Like, that's what it should be at this point.
Because it's literally as soon as you need them, they're not gonna be there. That's how it is.
Oh, it's no fault of your own. Too bad, idiot.
Might as well just come out and mark it like that.
And here's the thing, it should be illegal. Like the whole checking people off of health insurance things midway through a surgery, or using AI to take out your stuff. That's what happened to the United Health CEO. That's what he wanted that, and that's what happened to him.
That's crazy.
It should be illegal, but it's not. They're rich. Who cares? They make money. They can just pay their way out because certain companies do not care for you.
If you don't like the risk, don't be an insurance company.
For real.
And like this person says, refund the money.
For real. They will not be refunded too either.
It's not.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just going for warranties. I don't care how much it is. Go for warranties. At least then I have a time to get stuff replaced.
I hear warranties also don't cover much.
Dang it.
But yeah, either way, you're screwed at this point. So that's why a lot of people say having a house isn't the best investment, because it's a lot of risk, but it can still be a good investment. I think that it is. It just depends on your situation and what you're willing to risk. So yeah, keep this in mind.
Nothing's worth the risk, I guess.
It's not anymore.
So I thought I was safe from the Palisades fire, but a new fire has just broken out by Runyon Canyon, and that's way closer to me. And I don't know if I should evacuate or not. Nobody is safe in LA at this point. And I just got off the phone with an old friend who used to be a firefighter to get his take, and he was saying that the concept of fire season is a heavily marketed concept to Californians, and we've just over the years gotten used to the idea of fire season, and fires just happen, you know, when the Santa Ana's hit, and we've been ingrained to believe that when the weather's dry, that we should just expect fires. And he made the point that, like, it's January, it's cold, like, fires wouldn't be happening naturally, and fire seasons don't exist anywhere in the world except for California. And why is that? He was like, think about who benefits financially from all these fires. Fire season is a big business in California.
Okay, ma'am, I get what you're saying here, but I'm not gonna call you I'm not gonna call you anything. Ma'am, you know how dry it is in the grass? We live in, like, I say we're probably somewhat south. We're in Virginia.
Yeah.
Our grass is so dry I could smoke it. What are you talking about? It's always hot over there. It doesn't matter how cold it is. It's freezing down here right now. You know, we have about to have the ice storm come up on us. What?
Like, I get why she would think that, because these companies are greedy and they would probably go to those lengths to make money because they already go through great lengths anyway.
They
obviously
definitely will. But remember, look up banana history. Look up the banana American history. You'll see. They've done it.
But we know who started one of those fires, which was the gender reveal.
A plane crash.
And, yeah.
A smoker.
It's a lot. Someone is saying that the geography doesn't make sense.
Yes, it
I'm
does.
not a geographer.
Geographer?
Oh, yes.
It's in the name.
I was about to say geographist because I was thinking geologist. But yeah.
It makes sense though too, because LA has mountains in it, and if you know what happens with winds and mountains, it goes. The valleys take the wind, and it just goes straight through.
Yeah.
And they also got the ocean, so the wind's coming in from the ocean, going in from the land, pulling stuff this and that way. Stuff is going to spread real fast. Because I saw a video of a guy trying to save some people. Those embers were hitting him. He was being burned by the embers that was hitting him.
Oh my God.
So it gets bad, actually.
And there's people saying that their insurance is being canceled in the comments, so it's very popular right now.
Yeah. Oh snap! Didn't this happen to? Oh no! This happened to Hawaii, didn't it?
No.
And Hawaii's covered in water. Fire just catches, dog.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah.
They're canceling people's fire insurance right now. Right now. As their houses are burning to the fucking ground, they're canceling their fire insurance. I think they're trying to take California out, because I'm almost I'm 99.99999% sure those fires, no, somebody had something to do with that. I don't give a shit. As long as there have been wildfires in California, it's never been like this. This is insane. I just seen a 91-year-old man in shambles, in tears. He could not stop breaking down because
someone say that.
For one, he's 91 and his entire house burnt to the ground. His history, he literally just watched his whole life burn away. The fires were so bad that people had to park their cars on the road and get out and run for their life. Literally run for their life. And then those cars had to now be bulldozed so that the firefighters and people can get through to try to contain these fucking fires, because there's no putting them out. It's just trying to contain them, I guess. The winds are super bad. Well, the winds aren't bad, but the wind is winding, honey. And now they can't get a grip of these fucking fires. So now people have their homes burnt to the ground. The people who had to leave their cars on the side of the road have now been bulldozed, and they're not going to be able to get anything back because the insurance companies are canceling their fire insurance. I just don't understand. Do they want us to perish or something? Because I know y'all see it down in Florida, which gets hurricanes and flooding and all type of shit like that. All the water shit happens over there, and they cancel people's flood insurance. So do y'all not want people to live there? Do y'all not just say that? Just say.
Oh, let's look at it here. Honestly, I believe I believe they have somebody probably doing something, but it's most likely just climate change.
Yeah.
The waters are getting higher, storms are getting worse. Texas got hit like last year with a really bad snowstorm. Almost took out Texas.
Oh yeah, and then we didn't get anything. Like what?
That's what the take away from here is we didn't get no snow.
Texas of all places.
A lot of people were hurt in that. It's climate change. We have only 4 years left on that doomsday clock. It's a doomsday clock in I think New York, and it's the last day we can the last years we can reverse it by doing cloud seeding and other type of carbon dating footprint, whatever stuff, to make sure that the gases don't get too crazy.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because this generation has lived through every major event in history. So
yeah, we're about to pass it, and now we're being pulled out of the climate agreements by the next administration. But it is what it is, I guess. But it's climate change for real, because they have droughts all the time down there now. So
yeah. But the insurance companies don't care as long as you continue to suffer these natural disasters. How dare you go through this? You're going to be dropped.
How dare you be affected by something you couldn't control?
How dare you lose everything and we're not going to pay?
How dare you? It's stupid.
I hate corporations sometimes, man.
Me too.
If you have ever needed proof that global climate change exists, just know that home insurance companies have quietly been writing natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, landslides, and wildfires out of their coverage over the past decade. I'm Vivian, your HBFF and your favorite Wall Street girly, and I teach you all the financial secrets you never got in school, so let's talk about what's going on and how you can protect yourself. Natural disasters are happening more frequently and at a more catastrophic scale, point blank, period. And insurance companies are all about calculating risk, which is why they hire actuaries to calculate how likely they are to have to pay you. And at a certain point, sometime over the past few decades, they started to realize the math was not mathing. They could no longer turn a profit insuring certain geographies against certain outcomes because that catastrophic hurricane that was supposed to happen every 100 years was happening every 5. So they just changed the rules and they stopped covering these natural disasters. But this is where the story gets really scary. People's homes were getting destroyed and they weren't getting insurance payouts, but they still owed their mortgages to the bank. At no fault of their own, they likely had a 6-figure debt with nothing to show for it. Consider this a warning. If you think your homeowner's insurance covers natural disasters, it probably doesn't. So is there a solution? Sort of, but it ain't cheap. If you live in a high-risk area, difference in conditions insurance might make sense to protect you from some of these catastrophes. I know this video doesn't cure the heartbreak so many people in LA are suffering through right now, but I do hope this information gets to you before you need it.
And this is so true, because every now and then I think these rich corporations, these government controlled people, these lobbyists, they know these things are happening. They just don't want to pay. Someone said you have to get insurance for most things now.
Exactly.
It's illegal to not have insurance for certain things. You can't have no insurance and drive.
Yeah, that's definitely a law. But for your house, after it's paid off, you don't have to have home insurance. But you kind of feel like you have to, because then if something happens to it, then you lose everything.
Yeah. And then they like, oh yeah, it's completely legal for them not to pay you out for this, even though it's not your fault, obviously.
And they have actuaries, right? So they're assessing the risk. I feel like at best, even though it's still kind of scummy, like if you see a risk is going to be increased for a certain area, why not just drop, or just don't accept any newcomers into the policies or whatever insurance they're trying to get that's specific to that area that is a huge risk. Like, how about that rather than dumping the people that are already on there?
Dumping.
I don't understand that. That is so wrong.
It's really, it's so effed up, and they don't care. They're never gonna see you. They're probably in their rich little party in an area that has a bunch of water, that they're probably in the desert chilling. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. And the fact that they still have to owe their mortgages is ridiculous, because if you don't have anything else, where are you going to stay if you're unable to afford anything else?
Not their fault, not their problem. And also, it doesn't help. They're trying to make, a lot of places are trying to make being homeless basically illegal. You can't even, I remember before, you couldn't even sleep on the bench in Florida as a homeless person, or you get ticketed.
That's ridiculous. But I wonder if there's any protections in place for people that still owe the mortgages on us, because how are you supposed to pay a mortgage and then also pay rent or another mortgage or even a hotel room for more than a month? It's ridiculous.
You don't.
They don't care. They will put you on the street.
There we go.
State Farm is there, unless you live in California where they cancel your insurance. 72,000 policies, 30,000 homeowners canceled as of July 3rd. Just in time for the California wildfires, one of the worst in California history, as firefighters struggle to fight fires after Mayor Karen Bass cut their budget by $23 million, as fire hydrants are struggling to keep water due to reservoir shortages. When asked to comment, Karen Bass couldn't be reached because she was out of the country in Africa on a taxpayer trip for the inauguration of the president of Ghana.
Huh?
What?
What the hell is she doing out of the state on taxpayer dime, let alone out of the country?
Mayor.
God bless the firefighters and everyone.
The mayor. What does the mayor of Ghana got to do with the mayor of Los Angeles?
I am so confused. That's ridiculous.
There is no connection here, bro.
72,000 policies.
All the money gone from the people who can save your house if they have no policy on it.
This has to be illegal. Someone's saying class action. We better be getting something, because ain't no way. This is just wrong.
This is dumb.
Ain't no way.
Hey, y'all heard about the fires in LA?
Yes.
You heard about the fires in LA? It's crazy. You can literally see it from space.
Yep.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, what about this? Did you hear that the insurance companies are canceling their fire insurance?
I've heard.
Right now?
Yeah.
You heard me right? The insurance companies are canceling fire insurance while their houses burn to the ground. But CEOs don't put profit over people? Huh? But I'm not supposed to be celebrating what Luigi did? For real? I shouldn't be happy when the CEO gets laid out like some edges in the middle of New York City? Really? To all the people who are criticizing us for cheering on Luigi for his accomplishments, where the fuck are y'all now? Where are y'all now? I don't hear nobody talking about how fire victims are people too. I don't hear nobody talking that shit. These people are pigs. These people are pigs. These people are pigs. These people are pigs.
My man turned to a ARG horror film on YouTube at the end.
Bro, I really feel like the whole CEO shooting thing should not have happened. There's better ways to go about being heard, but like for real, these companies though, they're horrible.
I'm just gonna say, hey, it happened, and people say it's a compliment, and then, like it is, because no one ever thought a CEO like that would just get shot down the street like that. That was crazy.
Kind of like a wake up call.
That was that's a wake up call for real, for real. Like, stop doing this to people, because people are not thinking no more.
Yeah,
it's not no evil group of people making people. Well, it technically is. It's just like CEOs making people radical, not people making people radical. It's things are doing to them. It's crazy.
Because they keep doing all of this and the economy is suffering. People can barely afford to survive at this point, and they're continuing to screw people over even more now than ever. It's ridiculous.
So all I can say is, if it happens to you and you're a CEO, if you did something like that, I can't say, I can say it shouldn't have happened, but you shouldn't have done that. That what got them upset.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Stop being greedy.
Honestly, shut up with the conspiracy theories right now. Like, shut up. Give it a day. Like, let the fires stop before you start talking about conspiracies.
Later this year.
What the heck?
Honestly.
16,000 acres.
That's crazy.
I don't even know what an acre is. I don't know measurement. I'm always confused when they talk about it.
But people are going to constantly make up conspiracies about everything. So if you're out there, if your story's out there, it's not safe.
No. I've been seeing a lot of religious conspiracy theories. Like, this is the end time. It's like, this is the God's work. God did this. God wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He literally wouldn't do that. It's like legit in the book you read, bro. He would not openly burn down your house.
And it's called an act of God. Like, just call it a natural disaster.
It's actually really. I say this. We throw God in a lot of stuff for like no reason.
Exactly.
It's weird. Just call it what it is. A natural disaster. There's no aliens here. It's just something weird going on in the sky.
For
like,
real.
Can we stop with all the supernatural for like just the most average things?
And not everything is a UFO.
No,
it's not.
It's not. But that's kind of a segue into nothing. Anyway, once again, this is horrible. Don't trust insurance companies. Don't trust any company at this point.
Yeah.
And just do your due diligence to pay as less as you can, and make sure you read those contracts. Make sure you ain't pulling nothing out last second.
Yeah. Read over every policy and save your money still, because with these insurance companies, sometimes if you got to assess the risk and go for the cheaper plan sometimes, because they will screw you over. So you want to save your money as much as you can, whether you have insurance or not.
Yeah. Well, that's all I gotta say.
But if you're going through this, unlike your insurance company, we're here for you.
I don't think I can do much compared to them. I could probably do more, actually. Never mind.
If we had a larger following, we could do a GoFundMe.
If I was Mr. Beast, I'll be paying everyone's houses. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, same. Because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So sad.
It's so sad. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe.
And share the video.
Yeah. Find some charities to give to. Make sure you give them the right ones.
Yeah.
Some GoFundMes, and help people out.
Yeah.
That's it.
And please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Bye, guys. Oh.
Bye.
Oh, wait. My hands off screen phones.